the Thai government should be carefully watched. And I think they are a little bit too much, on the law of lèse majesté. They have done so much harm. Despite the fact that the king himself said, anybody bringing the charges of lèse majesté to anyone, you harm him personally, and you done something bad for the monarchy. And yet these people, the Prime Minister particularly, claim to be loyal to the throne, loyal to the king, but they do the opposite of what the king said. And recently, the Commander-in-Chief of the Army also coming out against the Red Shirt. I think the Army job is to fight the enemy, not to prosecute people in the country.
How do you think the closing of these community radio stations might affect the upcoming elections?
I think it's a very bad sign. They don't have a long-term perspective. They only think of short-term. Use only negative elements is very bad for the government.
What are the functions of these community radio stations? Do you think they are important for a thriving democracy?
This is tremendous, We used to have only one radio station at one time. Later on, it's all in Bangkok. Only recently that we have these community radio stations. And I must say, some of them are very free. Some of them may a little bit go overboard. But I think if you really care for democracy, you should be more tolerant. The more you put pressure, and the more they're going to be very stronger. And then you just close them down. I don't think that is a good sign for democracy.
There are hundreds of unlicensed community radio stations in Thailand. What signs are there that the government is only shutting down red shirt ones?
This is again, this is again big accusation against the government that they use double standard. They protect the so-called yellow shirt. They protect those who pro-government, and they come out of their way against the red shirt. The red shirt have not been friendly. They are so naughty sometimes. But I think if you understand them, handle them skillfully, I think you can be on speaking terms with them.
So you think there should be enough space for both the red shirts and the yellow shirts to put forward their viewpoints?
That's right.
And you think one of the ways of doing that is through the local community stations?
Precisely. Those who blindly pro the government would be very happy. Unfortunately, these are minorities, but very powerful. But they don't realize that, the majority of the people up and down the country are very fed up with the government. If you really care for internal security, you should learn that internal security is not opposing those who disagree with you. Why don't you try to have dialogue? Why don't you try to be broad-minded? Even people like me are sometimes sympathetic to the red shirts. Because the red shirt, at least their rhetoric, is for the poor, for the deprived, and they ask for justice. I think that their voice should be heard. Unfortunately, of course, people link the red shirt with Thaksin Shinawatra. Some of them are with Thaksin Shinawatra, but many of them couldn't care less about Thaksin Shinawatra either. We should make this very, very clear. The first thing to do is have a dialogue with some of the red shirts, have dialogue, even the Muslim leader in the south. You must be really open, willing to listen to the other side. And together, we can change things together.